Let me tell you, don't wait until it is over before you look for solution. When the husband died, why did she not arise to look for her people? When the first son died, what was she still doing? It was when everything was over. Then she arose to go back. By the time she got to Jerusalem, the Bible said the Lord had remembered the people and had visited them and had given them bread. And by the time she got back, she was looking like a nobody. And so people saw her, they could not recognize her. They asked, "Is this Naomi?" And she said to them, "Don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, call me bitterness. Whatever battle in the city that will change your identity, may heaven swallow that battle." You didn't hear that? I just pray for somebody. Whatever battle in the city that will change your identity, may heaven swallow that battle. Now, to start with this morning, I would like to ask a question, and I would please like us to answer in honesty. Number one, how many of you in this church, your hometown is in this city? Uzebu, how many? Please answer me fast. How many? You know your hometown is in this city. Uzebu, is there anybody like that? Is there anybody like that? Now, if it means all of us in this church, none of us are from this community, Uzebu, if that is true, it means you came from a place. If you hear me say, I hear you. Please help me ask the person sitting by you, when last did you visit your home? You're not asking. I said, let me ask the person sitting close to you. Say to him or her, "Sister, when last did you visit your home?" Aya. Oh my home. Oh my home. When shall I see my home? When shall I see my native home? I will never forget my home. Oh my home. Oh my home. When shall I see my home? When shall I see my native land? I will never forget my home. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to talk to you on something that strikes my heart, and I know it will help someone. So my first point this morning is a question. Did you know why God sent you to that family? Did you know why God sent you to that family? Because many of you left home, and up till now, you have no trace back to your home. And you have your reasons, and you might think your reasons are reasonable enough. Now listen, if God is so powerful, then God will not allow you to be misplaced that you cannot have a trace back. No matter the power that is in operation in your village, if you really carry grace and carry power like you claim, when you arrive, the powers will bow. Did you know why God sent you to that family? Or you thought you're being given birth to in that family, you thought it's a joke? Many of you have disappointed your family because God actually sent you there as the Messiah. But as I talk to you now, the family, they are dying because their Messiah is lost in the city. There's a footballer I love so much. He has traveled around the world, played for the best teams of the world, and won so many awards. But anytime you call him for interview, he still speaks his language. Go and ask Messi. Have you ever heard Messi speaking English in interview? No. He's proud of his place. He's proud of his place. Why would anybody want to intimidate you because you can't speak English? Is English your language? You came from a place. Why are you lost in the city? Why are you lost in the city? Do you know why God sent you to that family? Do you know why God asked you or allow you to come out from that lineage? It's because he wanted to make a name for you in that family. But now you are lost in the city. Who did this to you? Who did it? Come with me to Nehemiah chapter 1. Let's read from verse 1. Please put it on the screen. Let me run with it. Nehemiah chapter 1. I want to show you something. Because many of us, we are missing our assignment because we came to this city not knowing that God sent us through a local family because he wanted to use us in that family. But something brought us to the city and now we are lost in the city. Nehemiah chapter 1. When Sanballat the Ammonite and Tobias the Ammonite officials heard about this, they were very much disturbed that someone had come to promote the welfare of the Israelites. Ladies and gentlemen, there are people who are praying that you will never return back home. Some of you listening to me, the reason you are lost in the city is manipulation. Manipulation. There are people who have pressed remote control that you will remain in US, but yet your mama will die of hunger in Nigeria. They don't want you to come back home because they know that God actually raised you as a Messiah for that family. But they know the only way they can prevent you from fulfilling your assignment is to make you be lost in the city. But I come with a prayer today. Whoever that has tied you, that say you can never return back home, that say you never come back to fulfill your assignment, may that charm scatter in the name of Jesus. I say may that charm expire in the name of Jesus. Nehemiah, blessed in the king's palace, with all the privileges that anyone would desire, but yet realized that he had an assignment in the family of Judea. And what was the assignment? To make sure that the family does not end up in shame. And that is to rebuild the walls and to rebuild the city. I ask you this morning, are you lost in the city or you are confused in the city? Are you lost in the city or you are confused in the city? Most families are in pains today because their Messiah is lost in the city. If you hear me say, I hear you. How can people know you as a billionaire in the city yet no roads to your father's house? How can people know you as a billionaire in the city yet when you travel home you don't have anywhere you will enter and sleep? You are a billionaire in the city, but yet a nobody in your village. There's something that I've noticed, most especially in some of the villages of those people who reside in the city. Let me tell you, and those things are very painful. When this man will be alive, his name will be reigning everywhere. People will know him everywhere. They will know him all around. But you can't go to his village. But you know the painful thing, immediately he dies, they will start tying road. Immediately he dies, they will start building house. Immediately he dies, they will start painting house. The question I ask is that, is it forbidden for him to sleep in a good house in his village while he's alive? It's an error that must be corrected. Why am I saying this? Because it has led to so many people dying and suffering. It has led to so many people living without the help of their Messiah because their Messiahs are lost in the city. Their Messiahs are lost in the city. Are we together? Point 2. If you don't make necessary plans to fix your home, the day the owners of the city will come against you, you may not have any place to run to. Write it down. If you don't make any plans to fix your home, the day the owners of the city will drive you, the day they will come against you, you may not have any place to run to. Go and ask those who have lived in Ukraine for 23 years and don't have any place in this city. Many of them came back and they looked like zombie. They looked like zombie because it was not planned. You just hear, wow, one day, the next day they tell you, say, news, say, Nigeria government has put one plane, oh, anybody where if you enter, may enter, come back, oh. You didn't even have time to take anything. A place of war. All the next thing, you enter plane, you land in Lagos. Even the Lagos, you don't know them again. Can I use the opportunity to talk to those in diaspora? Many of you are there. The reason why you are there, God did not relocate you and change you God only sent you there to go and make a better life so that you can come and better the place where you came from. Because no matter how good that place may be for you now, one day, there may be a king that does not know Joseph. For me, I tell my people, you that are here, let me tell you, abroad is not heaven. If you work hard and you do well, you go abroad as if you are going to market and coming back. The reason why most people take abroad as if it's heaven is because they've not been able to fulfill their destiny. Let me tell you something. There are people, if they wake up this morning and they say the place they want to take supper today is abroad, they will go there. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Why rejecting your place because of another man's place? If not for all these bad leaders that God will punish. Are those places, are they better than Nigeria? I was supposed to travel to Dubai sometime this year. And I made a call. They told me, they said the sun wait there now. I go keep person. I said, Mona, hold the sun. When the weather is okay, you tell me. So if there's a place you go to at a particular time of the year that you cannot even trek from here to Junction because of the sun. But yet everybody are rushing to that place. Why? Because they prepared it. Still, let me tell you something. It was somebody that made those places inhabitable. You make your city inhabitable. Make your father's house inhabitable. Make your home inhabitable. If you hear me, say, I hear you. No matter how beautiful that place may be, remember home. Remember home is an advice. Remember home. Because one day, something may happen. And you may need to call back home. Are you sure if you call back home, people will want to pick your calls? Are you sure? It's a question that I want you to answer. There are some who have traveled to Europe now for 20 years. They are now speaking through their nose. Osaze na Osaze. If you like, you are still from Benin land. We are doing. Edo Pataki. Ugobazuwa Elwaye. Uyedo. Don't trace your roots so that you can manifest your purpose of coming into that family. You are lost there. It's a pity. Point 3. No matter how far you travel, your lineage blood is still flowing in your vein. Write it down. Somebody hear what I'm saying? What I say? No matter how far, if I travel from here to Kafasham, you see your lineage blood is still a flow. Blood is thicker than water. No matter how far you travel to, your lineage blood is still flowing in your. Hear me, as a young man, if you don't know your king's men, you need to start asking questions. You get why? As a young man, you don't know your king's men. You need to start asking questions. Because some of the ways you are behaving now, you don't actually know why you are behaving like that. The truth is that that behavior flows in your family. If you knew on time, you would have looked for a way to avoid it. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying? You would look for a way to avoid it. Now listen to this. Finally, I must make this clear. Every one of us in this room have 3 homes that we must always be conscious of, no matter how pleasurable the city may be to us. Did you hear what I said? Every one of us in this room, there are 3 homes that we must always be conscious of, no matter how pleasurable the city may be to us. You know, the truth of the matter is that the city is a place of better life. But I want to tell you, if you were not born into that family, you wouldn't have gotten access to the city. True of us. So how come now you have gotten access to the city, you have forgotten your home? Why has the city now make you to not look like a lost person? Because some people are actually lost. Am I talking to you? Some people are actually what? They are lost. Efurefu. 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 We have them so much in the east. Efuola. Ndawusa nagoha. Efurefu. Ahola fulani. That was why during election, instead of them to speak their language, they were speaking Fufude. Speaking Hausa, at the end of the day, they didn't have one vote. Efurefu. Lost in the city. Since when did you become an Hausa man? Just to get a vote. You condemn your own language and we are speaking another man's language. The same people do it for you. No. If you are not proud of your place, you are a disappointment to humanity. Am I talking to somebody here? If you are not, sir, okay, anybody that is not proud of his place is a disappointment to humanity. How do you deny your people, deny your place? Because you need political position. You are lost in the city. Am I talking to us here? So I said what? Every one of us must be conscious of these three homes that we must return back to. No matter how pleasurable the city where we are is. Number one, your ancestral home. Your what? Your ancestral home. Sister, brother, no matter how pleasurable the city may be to you, don't forget your ancestral home. No matter how pleasurable the city may be to you, don't forget your what? Your ancestral home. As a person, your family is waiting for you. Touch your neighbor, say, brother, your family is waiting for you. You didn't touch that person. Touch that sister, say, sister, your family is waiting for you. Touch that person, say, auntie, your family is waiting for you. Touch him or her, say, sister, your family is waiting for you. Young boy, you are in the city and you have forgotten your mother. You stay 1 year in hotel and yet your mother is living in Bacha in the village. You are using AC, yet your mama not see fan use. You are using mosquito repellent, yet mosquito they kill your mama for village. How come that you sleep in water bed, yet your mama sleep on mats, not even on a carpet, because the carpet money not there. You are in the city eating well, yet your mama no fit drink garri. When you are sick, you call doctor. You do test, 5,500. Your mother is looking for 200 naira to buy Panadol. She not see. Young boy, you are in the city carrying guests, putting them in the front car. Some of those guests that God will punish. You sit in the front car, you put your leg in dashboard. You are chewing chewing gum. Oh, look at you that carry the girl. Baby, what do you want to eat? He said macaroni. Macaroni never finish. He said add ice cream. Ice cream never finish. He said, please, did they add burger? Burger never finish. He said, club sandwich is hungry me. He never eat that one finish. He said, baby, can they add shawarma? And yet your mama no see money to buy fish put for soup when you want to eat. She made ogbono soup. The ogbono have lasted 3 weeks. She's still managing it. The last one, she cucura, put water inside, turn and. Woman, now it's there they eat. And yet you buy chicken, 2005, in 1 meal for a girl. You are in the city. I must talk to you because that is how you live your life. You enter club, you declare. Only you want boss one wine, 1.5 million. Yet if you give your mama 1 million, she will remember you for the rest of your life. When last did you give your mother 10,000? Your mother will ask you for money. You send 2,000. Money not there, money not there, money not there, money not there. Yet you use 20,000 to buy recharge card for girl. I pity you. I pity you. I'm telling you the truth. I pity you. I pity you. When my mom was alive, I did not have much, but I made sure she was not hungry. I got to the extent I feast her on salary. Everything about my mom's upkeep before she went to glory was on me. Not that I have much. How would they give? Now they give. Not be who gets, they give. You are in the city. People see you, they call you different names. Different names. Hype man, they hype you, they chop your life. As you enter, I say, Odogu don't come. The king of money has arrived. The only man will make transaction. Bank manager drive everybody, make them not come back for 2 weeks. Then they talk on your head, they boss. You they come. Can I ask you a question? Does your mother tie good clothes? Can your mother, can she wear good shoe? If I ask you, enter motor, follow me to your village, will you be bold enough to say, this is my mother? Or you go see your mama deny her? Hiya. It's so painful. It's so painful. Nemo, esigbo nemo, nemo, esigbo yo, mama. Nemo, esigbo nemo, chukubiko dodo kozie nemo, nana maka. Chukubiko. Oche dike mama. Come on, let's go. Ochukubiko. Aya. Hey. Ne mama obukwa nemwe. Ne choncho obukwa nemwe. Aya bonde obukwa nemwe. Chukubiko dodo kozene monde yakaniru. Oh, chukubiko kozene. Ochedike mama. Ah, nagosiene. Ochedike. Young boy, I want you to compare your home to where your parents are living and tell me the difference. How are your parents surviving at the village? Can I ask you a question? Anytime your parents think of you, are they happy or they are sad? Anytime your parents think of you, are they happy or they are sad?
Talk to me, sir.
You must answer this question. No. You say, Pastor, what are you talking about? Do you know what it is to take care of a father? Listen, I know what it is. I know what it is. No man can give what he does not have. Anytime your parents think of you, when they remember you, what comes to their mind? My mother happened to be the 5th child. But before she passed on, people knew her as Mama Osi. I was not the first, I was not the second, I was not the third, I was not the fourth. Because when you become relevant, you make name for yourself. Can your mother wake up from the bed early in the morning and say, God, go and bless Tamara? Can your father step out of his house this morning and say, Chimo, wherever Osaze is, bless him? How do you take care of your parents? It's a question. How do you take care of your parents? I want you to think about it, because the truth of the matter is that many people are lost in the city. Many boys are lost in the city. Many girls are lost in the city. Sisi, you dey hear me? You dey hear me? You wait the demand for what your Panova fee provide for you. And yet they give you, instead of using it to empower your parents, you spoil her one day because you didn't get it in a hard way. You got it cheap. Who see you, they work like this. Say, baby, what do you care for? He said, do they have, I want to eat Chinese rice. He said, Chinese rice, a plate is 3,800. Say, I will manage it. And yet, if you give your parents 3,000, they can cook a food that will carry them for 1 week. Why is it that you don't have conscience? Why are you eating your future? Why are you so wicked that those people that gave birth to you, you don't want to take care of them? Hiya. Don't let that woman curse you. Don't let that man curse you. Because if he do, it will happen. Why are you lost in the city? Who did this to you? See you. Where you know the house where you come from. The money we go reach you take roof your papa house. You can't buy your ring for a year. I pity you. They blow guy, they go. Guy, you are lost in the city. Sometimes when I see them along the road, I pity them. They drive like mumu. If papa never see food eat for us. Many of them who you see, they blow guy, they go to club, they carry woman, they do all these things. Go to their house. They are hungry, won't kill their papa. Their mama not see better clothes wear. He said, if I give her, I not go wear. Good, you give her first. Give her first. Because the joy of receiving it alone has filled his heart. I know one thing about elderly parents. Sometimes when you want them to look good, now that one way they their minds, now they go to. But you play your role and leave them with God. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Treat your parents well. Take care of them. Do the best you can and leave the rest for God. Think about your parents. As I'm talking now, think about your mother. Think about what she's going through in the village. The last time she called you, she was crying. That tears touched the ground. There's somebody that owns the heaven and owns the earth. If that man who owns the heaven and owns the earth, look at that tears to backfire you, life will be hot for you. So I'm talking to you now. Can your parents feed well? When last did you dash your parents money? Some of you will go ahead and make a grievous mistake. You bring a very fat seed to a man of God. He said, man of God, I give you seed. The man of God blesses you. I pray for every man of God who receives seed. Let them enjoy it. But I also ask them to tell you the truth. If you give to them and you didn't give to your parents, you fail. If you bless your spiritual father and you can't bless your biological father, I say you fail. You fail. You not try. Listen, if your papa not born you, he not go see you pastor. If they pastor you today because papa born you, if they pastor you today because mama trained you, how then have you forgotten the source that brought you in and you are now angry to the branches that didn't know where you started from? Listen, bless me, I will accept. Bless me, I will appreciate. But first of all, make sure your parents are not hungry when you are coming to bless me. Those that have ears, let them hear. Shall we stand up? Lift up your hands and begin to tell God, I will not be lost in this city.